For the first time, a young woman who once lived with Madison Mogen and Kaylee Goncalves is sharing a promise to her roommates who were murdered in their Moscow home. She says it's taken time for her to process her grief after her friends were killed.
Now, with the help of her mom, she's building a foundation to promote safety for college students. It's an exclusive interview with our Hunter Bertram. And Hunter, she also told you about the last words between this group of friends.
That's right, Derek. Are you okay? That's the last text Ashlyn Couch sent to Madison Mogen the day of the murders. It's not easy for her to talk about, but she agreed to this interview because she says it's time to change the focus of the murders.
An infectious smile, cheek to cheek. That's Kaylee Goncalves. Madison Mogen, a friend you'd hope to meet.
You know, Maddie and Kaylee were so close that they were more like sisters.
Inseparable sisters, even in their final moments. Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Kaylee Goncalves, and Madison Mogen. The names of 4 college students stabbed to death in Moscow, Idaho. But before the unthinkable shook this college town, 6 University of Idaho students moved into their first off-campus home, including Ashlyn Couch.
I mean, it's such an exciting time in your life because you're moving out and you're actually in just like a home by yourself. And one thing is that we were all so close.
This is the first time Ashlyn has agreed to an on-camera interview since her former roommates were murdered on King Road. Ashlyn Couch lived at the house with Kaylee and Madison, 2 of the 4 students murdered in November of 2022. Ashlyn had graduated almost a year before in December of 2021.
I actually moved out May of 2022 and then Xana did take over my lease, yeah.
6 months later, she received a message, one that's burned into memory, a text from the University of Idaho alerting her of a suspected homicide on King Road.
I remember, I think, getting a second alert, or I had been driving home and I texted like our group of friends and I just had said, has anyone heard from Maddie? And I remember like my last text message to her was like, are you okay? And I feel like right then and there I kind of just knew that something was wrong.
The reality still haunts her. A gruesome tragedy took place in the house she called home, in her old room, and she could have been there. Her name was still on the lease of 1122 King Road.
It crosses my mind more that that could have happened while I was there. And you know, you never know like how long someone is watching your house.
The vibrant, once full of life house, gone.
Yeah, our life's been a little more quiet. Sorry.
It's taken time for this mom and daughter to process their grief.
They say that time heals all wounds, but that is not true.
More than a year after their deaths, they are making a promise to the roommates taken too soon.
I want to do more. I want to, you know, spread some kind of message and start something, help people, you know, just do something more with this life that we are grateful to still be living.
Ashlyn plans to raise awareness through the Made with Kindness Foundation about what happened and educate students on social media safety. The goal is to impact every student worldwide and to be cautious, even when college can seem so carefree.
Horrible people are going to do what they're going to do. It's not anything that they could have done, and they absolutely did nothing wrong. Have people look at this and look at their name too in a positive light.
Forever and always, Maddie and Kaylee will be with Ashlyn, spreading kindness through her beating heart as Ashlyn keeps her promise and new life mission to keep this from happening again.
I mean, I couldn't even walk to my car in the dark for months after, you know, it happened. Like, you just want to at least feel a little bit safer. And if we can help college students do that and just create more awareness upon that and just help them feel a little bit safer knowing that something like this had happened, I think is helpful in any way.
In all, Ashlyn lost her closest friends in a home that housed her favorite memories. Yet one wish will go forever unfulfilled.
You wish that you could just say goodbye, and that's one thing that I just wish that I could do at least one more time, is like, you know, just give her one last hug just to be able to say goodbye.
And Hunter, this is just such an emotional time for the families and anyone who's close to the victims. We're still a year away from the trial in this high-profile case. Were you able to talk with any of the victims' families before this story?
Yeah, Kirsten, I actually spoke with Kaylee Gonsalves' mother, and she gave Ashlyn and Angela the blessing to do this foundation, and that's because she has full support in getting this going, getting the ground running, because it's such an important cause.
So what is next now for the foundation that Ashlyn started?
Yeah, so for the Made with Kindness Foundation, in just a few weeks, they're hosting their first charity gala. That's on June 15th in Post Falls. It plans to raise money to fund the foundation's goals of outreach and funding scholarships for students across the country. You can find that information in this article online at KXLY.com.
All right, really moving stuff, Hunter. Thank you.